Delegates have given her enough delegates to win the Democratic presidential nomination. In Long Beach tonight, she said that despite being on the brink of that historic milestone, she will work hard for votes during the primary in California tomorrow.
I am mad and mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
A small group of Trump supporters protesting today outside of San Jose City Hall. They're calling for a full investigation into the violence that broke out at a Trump rally in San Jose last week. They claim not enough was done to keep Trump supporters safe from anti-Trump protesters.
It was a staged thuggery in San Jose last week, and that's also what needs to stop. And the man that can do that, sitting in that building right there.
That man is Mayor Sam Liccardo. He says police are investigating all of the complaints made, but they need more victims and witnesses to come forward. They also say that any claims that police were told to hold back against the protesters are false. You're watching KTVU Fox 2 News at 6:30.
Donald Trump is not backing down from his repeated statements that question the impartiality of a San Diego judge. That judge is hearing some of the lawsuits against Trump University because of the judge's Mexican heritage.
Carl Cameron tells us that Trump continues to push back on his critics, and many of them are Republicans.
Donald Trump's attacks on Judge Gutierrez are racist.
A handful of Democrats and demonstrators protested the GOP frontrunner at Trump Tower, proclaiming the federal judge overseeing a fraud case against Trump University is biased against him.
All I'm trying to do is figure out why I'm being treated so unfairly by a judge.
Trump's not backing away from his charge that U.S. District Court Judge Gonzalo Curiel is unfair because, to quote Trump, he's Mexican.
He's a member of a club or society very strongly pro-Mexican, which is all fine. But I say he's got bias. I want to build a wall.
But Curiel is not an immigrant. He was born in the U.S. House Speaker Paul Ryan endorsed Trump last week, then had to denounce his remarks about the judge this weekend. GOP leaders increasingly worry about a campaign-long backlash and are distancing themselves from Trump's remarks.
I don't agree with what he had to say. This is a man who was born in Indiana. All of us came here from somewhere else.
In addition to ethnicity, Trump says his demand for a temporary ban on Muslims entering the U.S. could also cause bias in the courts over religion, too.
It's possible, yes. Yeah, that would be possible, absolutely.
Trump's rattling the GOP.
He's just trying to confirm that stereotype that's completely wrong. And it just, it's offensive. It really is. And this week it was a whole new level.
Not all Republicans nor Hispanics disagree with Trump. Former Bush administration Attorney General Alberto Gonzales is both and says Trump has a right to question judges' fairness in the proper court review process, not as part of a presidential campaign. But even Trump's potential GOP running mates let him have it.
This is one of the worst mistakes Trump has made, and I think it's inexcusable.
Look, I don't condone the comments, and we can press on to another topic.
The Trump campaign's organizational problems are well documented, but today, the message and the organizational problems overlapped. Trump found out his aides had sent letters to surrogates and supporters saying that they should lay off the judge. Trump doesn't want to do that, said it's time to turn up the heat on the judge, as well as reporters, neither of which are going to be on the ballot in November. In New York, Carl Cameron, Fox News.
The social media entertainment and news site BuzzFeed is taking a stance against the Trump campaign. It just pulled out a $1.3 million advertising deal with the Republican National Committee over Donald Trump's, quote, racist rhetoric.
Oh my
CEO
gosh.
Jonah Peretti also called for other social media companies such as Google and Facebook to also pull out of working with the RNC. In a statement, the CEO said the Trump campaign is directly opposed to the freedoms of our employees in the United States and around the world. And in some cases, such as his proposed ban on international travel for Muslims, would make it impossible for our employees to do their jobs. So far, no other social media sites have pulled out of advertising with the RNC.
Turns out even Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg isn't safe from hackers. A group known as OurMind figured out his password was da. The Saudi-based group gained access to the new dad's Pinterest and Twitter accounts over the weekend. The hackers say they discovered the billionaire's password through a database of compromised LinkedIn accounts and that they did it just to test security.
The body of boxing legend turned